I can't take this serious today.
Right. What's the intro again?
Hello and welcome to Planets and Problems.
Hello.
We need to actually like get this together, like the intro, because I feel like it hypes people up for the rest of it.
It does. We need to practice.
Yeah.
And like start like screaming it and think of different terms to say it in.
Yeah, like, hi guys, welcome back to Planets and Problems, the podcast where we solve all of your astrological dilemmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually good though.
That might stick, you know.
That might actually stick. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Well, we've
started now.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I actually wrote a list of things to tell you this time so that I'd be more prepared.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Let me get my list up.
Get your list up.
I feel like I'm going to look like an list. I know. It's very Virgo-like of me to get a list out. Where's the list? Okay. No,
Virgo would know where the list is.
I've got about 1,000 podcast notes.
Oh my gosh, same.
Right, okay. Okay, my first one, nothing feels real. That's what it's captioned.
Nothing feels real. What do you mean?
Nothing feels real. So, how do I explain this? Right, okay. So, I was in Primark.
Yeah.
Right, if anyone doesn't know, it's just like a really cheap, like, I was going to say supermarket, like shopping, high street clothes shop. I was in Primark and I was looking at the flip-flops and I was kind of like, they're not real. Like, it's literally just a bit of material.
Yeah.
And they're like mass produced, like it's not an actual like flip-flop. Like someone's gonna buy them and it's gonna be their flip-flops, but like it's literally just a bit of material
that someone's decided to call a flip-flop.
Yeah. And then I started feeling that way about, like, I'd go into another clothes shop. I've spent a lot of time in clothes shops. Went to another clothes shop and I was like, that top is literally just a bit of material. Like, it's so cheap and mass produced. Like, it's literally just such a, it's like so pointless. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's not real. Like, we've just given it that name and like put a price tag on it and made it something, but it's not real. So, I decided to research. I just typed into Google, nothing feels real. To which a NHS service number came up. They were like, get help. But it's an actual real condition, and this kind of goes full circle for me because I'm really into mental health. Like, I love studying mental health, and I've always been able to kind of like relate to some of the conditions, like at least a little bit, like have a certain understanding of depression because you've felt sadness before, like we've all felt down days and stuff like that, so you have like an inkling at least as to what depression must feel like. But there's a certain condition where I've never been able to relate to it, and it's called depersonalization.
I was gonna say, as soon as you stopped, I was gonna say that's what that is, because my friend, this was a few years ago, we were driving back from Manchester when I lived in Manchester, and we were in the car and I was saying to her, do you ever just like drive and look at the road and just feel like none of this is real? Like, you just feel like external from it. So tell me what you've read about it.
Well, I've just never been able to understand it. So basically it's a condition where you kind of feel like you're looking from the outside in. You feel detached from your own reality, your own life, and just nothing is like, you don't feel immersed into your own existence, which sounds god awful. Like, it sounds terrible, but I've never been able to like understand what that actually feels like, not one day in my life until now.
Well, on a spiritual level, as I would say I've had like a spiritual awakening in the past few years, I started to feel like that with everything, and I started to feel like that to a point where I'd go into like a shop, just not even a clothes shop, just like a food shop, and feel like as soon as I walked in, someone had pressed a button and turned the shop on, and it was like, in my head, the shopkeeper, like the people that worked there, all the customers were like, oh, and then like I walk in and you press the button, it goes, and everyone's, and like there'd be people like, right, oh, they're walking, they're going to get milk, they're going to get bread, they're going to get cheese, and it's like, and I'd just look around and I'd be like, and I'd be in a tiny shop, not even a big shop, and I'm like, what are you all doing? Like, why are we all just like going and getting things, and then we all stand in a queue like this and wait and pay, and then they say something to you like, oh, how are you today? And it's like, and then in my head, I'd leave the shop and they just go, meow.
Yeah, like switch
and then
back
it'd
off,
wait
like
until
Truman Show.
Yes.
Like, I really struggle to believe that like everybody is its own person living different lives. Like sometimes if I'm driving at night and there'll be a car in front of me and we'll get to a junction and the car will go a different direction to me, and I'm thinking like, yeah, but that person then goes on to like live their life, and it's like they're going that way to go and do something. I don't know, it's so weird, and I really struggle with like the idea that like on the other side of this world, like somewhere in Asia, maybe in China, there's just like a man that just lives his life day to day, and it's completely different to the way that I live it.
Yeah, but
what
about, I know exactly what you mean, because I had this conversation with my friend last weekend, and I was saying, what about animals? I find it really weird that there's an ant out there on the street now just like carrying its food on its back to take for its family, or there's a lion hunting for its prey, where I'm here doing my own thing. So I feel like that definitely with humans, but I'm also like, but you can relate to humans, you can understand that there might be someone on the other side of the world sat on a beach, because that's something you do. I find it weird with animals, the idea that they are doing something completely different, and I find it weird that they're probably laughing at us because we're all working.
But the animals are laughing at us.
Yeah, we're working and we're doing all this stuff that we have to do. We have to do, like, we have to pay bills, we have to work, whereas they're just living their lives.
Oh my god, so I saw another podcast talking about, I can't remember which one it was, it might have just been some random one that popped up on my TikTok. They were talking about how like ants don't know that like certain things in our life exist because they haven't got like they can't comprehend like, I don't know, Euro finals.
Yeah.
Or like dogs don't know what a hotel is.
Yes.
And then they were talking about how like aliens might have these things going on for them, but we can't fathom, like dogs don't know what football is, we might not know what certain alien things are.
Oh my gosh, because we just wouldn't be able to comprehend it. Yeah, gosh, that is an absolute rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how have we gone from nothing's real to...
I've got goosebumps. Can we finish it? Thanks guys for watching. I'm having an existential crisis. But yeah, guys, just to make it clear, I do not have depersonalization. That's just the closest thing I've ever felt to it. Yeah, and it's more, you just kind of came to this realization that nothing's real, because nothing is real. It's everything we have created or invented. The only thing that is real is, you know, you and I and the earth that we stand on. So right now, the only thing that's real is right now.
Yeah.
Like there's a window behind you guys, and there's something going on behind like the building that I'm looking at, but that's not real to me. It's not actually happening because I can't see it.
No, and anything could be happening. Gosh,
anything could be happening in that building, but in my world, it's not real.
Yeah.
Because I've only got, you know, the 6 senses to identify things, and that's right now. I don't have it any other time apart from right now.
True. Very true.
So yeah. How are you?
Oh my gosh. How am I? After that, I don't even know. I was alright before. No, I'm having this thing at the moment where I am seeing angel numbers everywhere. For anyone that doesn't know what angel numbers are, it's like where you see consecutive numbers, you know, all over the place. So for example, you might see 1111, you might see 333, you might see 777. And apparently when you do see those numbers, and if you see them more than once, it is a sign from like the angels to give you guidance or to show that you're like protected.
Yeah.
But the one that I keep seeing everywhere is 444. Now when I say everywhere, it isn't a case of, oh, I've looked at my phone and it's 444. I mean, I wouldn't see 444 on the time actually. because when you're seeing 444, you'd have to be up at like 4 a.m. to see 4.
Yeah.
Or so, but I see it on like my emails. I see it on TikTok. Like I'll be the 444 like. I'll see it on at work. Like reference numbers will be 444. It constantly surrounds me, and like my Spotify like songs, I've got 444 like songs, and I didn't even know that. Like I just looked at my Spotify and that was it, and it is constantly surrounding me. It's obsessed.
So what does it mean?
Various things, because angel numbers can be guidance, protection, but it also can be, right, what are you thinking in this moment? You need to think more about that. You know, it can be like a warning sign.
Yeah.
But for 444, it means that apparently you might need to make some adjustments to the alignment that you're in terms of like decisions that you're making and things that you're doing.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it's more, but there's loads of things 444 could mean. It could mean that you're an earth angel. That's a whole other thing. But the part that I guess can be like receptive to is the fact that, yeah, the idea that I'm not fully in alignment. It doesn't mean you're not in alignment at all, but there's something that isn't quite sitting right, and there's a change that you need to make. I think I do. I wasn't actually going to mention this, but I think maybe it's to do with my business that I've started, and the fact that I'm not fully passionate about it.
Right.
And when I've noticed it now. I've moved somewhere else, and I've got this whole other life. I've moved to a different city, and I've got this like active social life, and find it really hard to fit in. Yeah, if it's something to do with the podcast, I'm there. Yeah. I'm doing it. I'm finding time for it. I'm sitting there at like 10 o'clock at night doing something for it, or waking up at 7 a.m. doing something for it.
Yeah.
So I think it is the fact that, yeah, maybe this business that I'm trying to put all this hard work and effort into isn't aligned and shouldn't necessarily be my focus.
Spend more time on the pod.
Spend more time on the pod.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think that's...
It's an interesting one though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you think you've found what's right, but it's nice that you can be open to change.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a really good quality of yours.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing.
Yeah.
This is completely different, but I stayed at my friend's house last night, as you know, and I really struggle to sleep, and I am not the sort of person that struggles to sleep. I can close my eyes and go to sleep on a bench outside easily, but I was closing my eyes, and the energy in that flat was off. And the last time I felt like that was when I lived at my old house, and we know that I thought that house was haunted. Yeah. I'd close my eyes and I'd see different people flashing in front of me. There was like this woman that was trying to hand me a piece of paper, and I'm like fully awake at this point. I can't sleep, so I'm just laying there.
What? And there was see a woman?
Yeah, like in my peripheral vision. Is that how I say it?
Yeah, that's the right one.
Yeah, like in my head, I could see a woman like with brown hair with a fringe, and she's like handing me a piece of paper, and like I could see all the people, and the vibe was off. So then I have to be like, close my eyes and be like, can you send healing energy to anyone that needs it? If you're ever struggling to fall asleep, by the way, or you wake up in the middle of the night, that is a good thing to say, like, please send healing energy to anyone that needs it, because it might not be you, it could be the energy that you're surrounded by. So I'm like saying over and over again, can you send healing energy to anyone that needs it? My friend's like fast asleep at this point, and I'm wide awake. So I did eventually fall asleep and it was fine, but it's funny how I now seem to notice that if the energy is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I think it might need, stuff it. It might need saging.
Maybe.
Yeah. But that's it. I'm all good. I'm in a good mood today.
I'm good. For anyone watching that was just a bit confused or listening, we just saw 444 come up on the timer for the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Let's get into the affirmation of the week.
Affirmation of the week.
Ready?
So
I feel like I'm in such a good mood.
It's because it's sunny. This week's affirmation is, I am receptive to opportunity. And I feel like that relates to what I was just talking about with the angel numbers, you know, being open to new opportunities and being open to things changing. Like, just because you've thought of something in a specific way, or you've told people, right, this is what I'm doing, this is my plan, it's completely fine to change your mind, because if you're not open to those new opportunities, they won't come.
You or Miss tell people and then change your mind. There's no shame.
I can't have any shame now at this point. Honestly, a few months ago I was moving to a different country, and now I'm staying and I've moved to a different city. So yeah, I am.
Say it with your chest. If it changes, it changes. But you know, say it proud.
Proud, yeah. Loud and proud. Loud and proud.
But yeah, that's good. I like that one.
Yeah.
I wish I was more like that, to be fair.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't want people to be sat in situations that aren't perfectly aligned to them. What is the point?
Yeah.
Because your friends and family are going to love you no matter what, hopefully, if they don't fuck them. But hopefully, like, me sat telling you something, oh, I've decided I'm doing this instead, that shouldn't bother you as long as I'm happy.
No, yeah, exactly. That's true.
So, yeah. Shall we move on to our questions?
Yeah, let's get into it. So, our first planet problem. I am a Cancer female and my boyfriend is a Scorpio male. We started off as best friends in elementary school. Now we're dating as juniors. I'm not sure how astrology works, but I believe in it. Do our signs go together? Is there anything to be expected or ways we don't match so that I can look out for them? Thank you.
Aww, that's nice.
You're welcome.
You're welcome already. Well, you might not be welcome.
No, this person sounds quite open.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So, we've got Cancer female and a male Scorpio. Gosh, these male Scorpios, can they just leave us alone, please?
I know. Why is Scorpio so famous?
I'm fed up of them. I'm actually fed up of them. They're everywhere. I'm surrounded by them. What do you think?
Right, okay. Which way round is it? Like, oh, Cancer female. We know what we know about Cancers.
I feel like we've been trashing Cancers.
I like Cancers.
Me too.
I like Cancers. But, however, it's the emotions for me. We say, you know, just the word emotion, Cancer, moon, all of that together. So we've got Cancers can either be emotional as in a mess.
Yeah.
Emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
Or they let their emotions get the better of them when it comes to situations. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you need to know about Cancers, okay? And then you've got the good old Scorp.
Scorpios are emotional though. They're like
Scorpios are still water sign.
Yeah, they've got a high intensity is what. Well, that's my experience of Scorpios anyway. Something
new that I've recently come to terms with Scorpios is that they have a temper as well.
Yeah, well,
I didn't realise this, and then I kind of like started putting the pieces together. Like, out of the people that I know, they all have that same damn thing in common.
Yeah.
Like all these Scorpios, they all have the same thing in common.
Unless they've worked on it.
But it's still inside you, surely.
Unless they've worked really hard on it.
Okay.
Because it's like, you know, you could say like a Virgo's critical, but
yeah,
they work on it. Because, for example, I've definitely worked on being critical. I'm not as critical as what I used to be. So
that's good.
It's not a forever stance, but yeah, I would say naturally. But I think it's because they feel everything intensely.
Right.
So the little bit of annoyance that you would feel, a Scorpio is feeling that intensely, so then they're angry. So you're annoyed, they're angry.
Yeah.
You're down, they're depressed.
Right, okay.
So that's what I find with Scorpios. I think Cancers and Scorpios are compatible because they're both water signs, they've both got that emotional side to them, and I think because they've both got that emotional side to them, they can understand each other a little bit. Whereas if you're with someone that isn't emotional at all, then, like Capricorn, you are then having to kind of explain what you're like and how you are, whereas with Scorpios and Cancers, they won't really have to explain themselves to each other. However, Scorpios are kind of known for, like, I guess, like, holding grudges if you've fallen out. So this is something to look for in your relationship, because that's not very nice in any relationship. So you've done something to piss them off, and they're not getting over it, and they're probably likely to lash out, say something that they don't mean. Now, how's a Cancer going to react to them being called like a fucking bitch?
Poor Cancer.
Poor Cancer. And they're going to take it very personally, and it's going to really upset them. So I'd say that is something to look out for, and to potentially, as you're the Cancer writing in, to maybe think, you know, sometimes Scorpios don't always say, it's not necessarily what they mean, it's to do with how they feel. Does it matter?
The way that someone treats you, you can't really be like, oh, but they don't mean it.
Yeah,
like, that sounds like gaslighting to me.
That is very true. That is very true.
But yeah, Cancer and Scorpio, I do like the sound of that.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like any other water and water sign, that'd be too much. But I feel like you can get that one right. Yeah. That can be a really nice ocean. I don't know where to go with it. I'm just thinking of a couple that I know that are a Cancer and Scorpio couple, and it just seems really chill.
Yeah, chill.
Like they have like this deep understanding of
connection.
Each other. Yeah.
So yes, your signs go together, and what I would expect is potentially for that Scorpio to hold a grudge when you piss them off, and to maybe say things that they don't mean. So they're just things to look out for. But overall, I would say you're compatible.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck, and thanks for writing in.
Thanks.
So the next one I will read. I'm a Sagittarius, December. He's a Virgo, August. At the moment, I don't know. Things are kind of rocky. I love him, but it's just difficult. We've been together for 2 years and 9 months, and I wish he was more open to me.
Open to you? What does that mean?
I think, like, open with emotions and stuff.
Right, okay. And this is a Virgo. That's closed.
Virgo man.
A Virgo man that is closed. What do we think?
Right, first of all, I can't imagine being in a relationship with a Sagittarius as a Virgo. It's just...
I don't think I've ever attracted one Virgo man in a friendship way. They want nothing to do with me. I'm a Sag, by the way.
I don't think that they're naturally compatible at all. Like, apart from the fact that, which maybe this is the reason why we get on so well, is that Virgos are always trying to improve things, and Sagittarius is like change.
Yeah.
So me and you, when we're together, like, we're quite open-minded. We like to move things forward. We like to do different things. We like to explore different places. In that sense, yeah, but I don't know if, like, the general personality is fitting at all. Sorry, you've been together for 2 years and 9 months, but you're saying that, you know, things are rocky.
Yeah, because he's not being open.
So I guess you can look at the star sign level as to why they're not open, but you could also look, is there something deeper there? Is there a reason? Like, in what way aren't they being open? Have you asked them to be open? Why aren't they being open? You know, you've got to think about general relationship stuff, because if someone's not being open at all, it could be that, sorry, but it could be that they're hiding something, or they're just nervous to be vulnerable.
Yeah, that could be it. And I feel like Sagittariuses can be quite open, or at least we come across that way, quite like, I don't know, loud, and like we'll just tell you anything.
Yeah.
Which isn't always the case, but we can be quite like just brutal and honest and just say what's on our mind. So then to be with somebody that isn't that way inclined, it can be a bit frustrating.
I think Virgos are open when they want to be. And I think they spend a lot of time sussing people out and analysing and watching people to see, you know, whether they can actually be open and be vulnerable, especially being more masculine.
Yeah.
Because you know, people that are slightly more masculine stereotypically find it harder to open up. So I think they might be, you know, after 5 years, there might be an open book.
Yeah, it might just take some warming up, but it has already been quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where you need to have a conversation.
Yeah, definitely. And imagine being a Virgo who's this perfectionist, and then being a male Virgo with all of the societal pressures of being a man. I'd be closed.
That's very true, but Virgos often want to improve things and for things to be perfect, so why is he not trying to do that in the relationship?
Because it's a Virgo man, not a Virgo woman.
Fair enough. Fair enough. He might just one day up and leave you, to be honest.
Do you think?
Potentially, yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Sorry, but I think that could be the case. Especially because you've said things are rocky and it's difficult.
I think it might be more the other way around, like the Sag is off.
The Sag, well...
In fact, do it. see what Virgo does.
Get rid of the boring Virgo, to be honest.
Stop calling Virgos boring. You're calling yourself out. I actually don't know one boring Virgo.
Okay, Virgo's not boring. I think it's just the logical side of it that I find boring. And I think in comparison to a Sagittarius, they probably do seem quite boring. Because Sagittarius are like out there, a bit outrageous, fun.
Yeah, the most boring sign, go.
Capricorn.
Capricorn, yeah.
Yeah.
We should have done like 3, 2, 1. I want to do another one now.
Oh.
Let me think of something. The smartest sign.
Oh, wait. Okay, give me a sec.
Wait, let me think. 'Cause I don't actually have anything in mind. Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Gemini.
Yeah, actually. I completely forgot about good old Gem.
I would have said Virgo next. I didn't want to blow my own trumpet. But I don't think it's that Virgos are smart, it's just that they think a lot. And they really think things through. Whereas I feel like Geminis just are just quite intelligent. Like, there's an intelligence there for me when I've encountered them. Oh, that's funny.
The hottest sign. Naturally beautiful.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Libra. I could do this all day.
I don't even know if it's that. They're usually just pretty. Like, they're just nice to look at. They're aesthetically pleasing. Libras are aesthetically pleasing, I think.
And I feel like they do go out the way to look that way as well.
Yes, yeah. They make an effort, don't they? And they're always presentable.
Exactly.
Except they're a fucking mess. The rooms are a mess. The house is a mess. Everything is a mess.
They look flawless.
Like, no offense, Mum. But you do look good. You look amazing.
Not bringing anybody back, but we're going out looking fly.
Yes, definitely.
Coming home to a mess. Yeah.
Okay, what about, let's do one more.
Go on then.
Most, like, sexy and sexual.
Okay, got it.
3, 2, 1.
Scorpio. I love Scorpio's adventurousness when it comes to the bedroom.
Oh my god. Yep, I have some stories. The one that I've seen at the moment. Okay, well, let's say one thing. Think about what you can do with ice. You know, it's been very hot, and imagine, you know, laying on your back and, you know, someone's like kissing your back, and then all of a sudden you feel this coldness being dribbled all the way down your back, past your bum to...
I love that water's involved.
Water with the water side. That is the sort of random shit that happens in bed with a Scorpio. That
you don't know what you're getting yourself
You don't know what you're getting. They're going to just come up with different stuff and different positions and different, like, just all sorts is going to happen. And you don't need to be scared, because you just need to go with it.
That's so exciting.
I know, it is so fun. Right, last question. So we've got an Aquarius female dating a Capricorn male. Both of us have trouble talking about how we feel, and both have trouble with commitment. Thoughts?
Is that it?
Yeah.
You go first.
Capricorn are shit at talking about how they feel. Really shit. Like, I don't even think they know how they feel. I don't even think they give themselves time or the like actual effort to process or think about how they feel. They just ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist, and then someone will go, are you alright? And they'll say, yeah, they're fine. Or you'll ask them a relationship question, you know, how do you think things are going between us? Oh, fine. But then like 6 weeks later, when they've actually thought about it and they've given it a second, they then realise they're not happy with you, but they still won't communicate that to you. That is what I think.
Right, okay, so Capricorn just bad at communication.
I think so.
What are they, an air sign?
They are an earth sign.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. That's an interesting one. I don't really have much experience with Capricorns, but yeah, I see where you're coming from. What's the other one, Aquarius?
Yeah, I think also Capricorns are unemotional. I think that's it. They're
really,
quite
you just
cold.
don't feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like they're not very like empathetic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're dating an Aquarius, so think about that with an Aquarius.
what is it? They're not committing and they're not chatting.
They're not just having. You were like, is that it? And now you forgot the question. Literally the shortest question ever. Both of us have trouble talking about how we feel, and both have trouble with commitment. So talking about how they feel, is your guy good at talking about how he feels?
Yeah, because I've not just got any Aquarius.
Right. You've got
I've got the Aquarius, okay? All boxes ticked. He can chat all day about one single emotion.
Right. The thing is though, if you're with the Capricorn that can't talk about their emotions, are you talking about yours?
Yeah, true.
Because how can you even have that conversation?
And let me tell you, Aquariuses do feel.
Yeah. Well, the Aquarius is the one that's written in. So that just shows. Capricorn wouldn't even have written in because they've not even thought, oh, we're having trouble talking about our emotions.
Capricorns are on astrology TikTok to have found where to submit this question.
No, Capricorns are literally just living inside their own heads, but not even thinking about any emotions, living in their own little world, making money.
Yeah, they're just like Andrew Tate.
Commitment, that could just be a personal thing between you two. You know, do you actually want to commit together to each other? Is that something that you even want? Is this your person? Because if you're the Aquarius writing in and thinking, you know, we're having trouble talking about our emotions, why would you want to commit to someone where you can't even talk about how you feel about each other?
Great. I think Capricorns are good with commitment, but not relationship commitment, because I feel like for Capricorns, relationships aren't like a priority. Now some people they want to fall in love, they want to find the one, they love the fairy tales. For me, Capricorn doesn't give that. It just kind of gives like get through life, and if a wife falls on my lap along the way, then that's fine too.
And look, if you can't talk about your emotions and you can't commit to each other, then I hope the sex is good. Because what else is there? What's the point?
Yeah, true. This doesn't sound very nice at all. But and then Aquarius and Capricorn, I would not put together. Anyway,
no.
Maybe as a friendship or a fling.
Yeah,
it might be a bit exciting because you're both like goal-driven and motivated and ambitious. But if that's all your relationship has,
this sounds like a fling though to me. This is what this is. No commitment, no talking about emotions. It's a fling. Good luck. If you're not happy, you know, you need to end the situation. But if you're happy with this fling situation that you've got, then continue. If you feel like talking to this person about it, then do that. But good luck doing that, because you're probably not going to get anything out of it with a Capricorn.
Yeah, true. I think it's, you know, if the sex isn't even good, it's time to go.
Time to go. It is.
Speaking of time to go,
Yeah.
we're nearly towards the end.
Well,
We're nearly towards the end. We've got one question. We've got our question.
our question, our problem.
Our problem. Do you want to do yours?
Yes, I'll do mine.
Okay. I'm nervous.
So, do you think singing a song over and over and over can make you manifest things?
I don't know, but it's just triggered a little story in my head.
Right.
Not even my story.
That's fine.
This is a random story. Okay?
Yeah, tell it.
So, we're going back a few years now, but... So, Logan Paul,
Right.
when he was training for one of his boxing fights, and he kept listening to Fisher, I'm Losing It.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, oh, banger.
Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, so he's always listening to I'm Losing It, he's training, listening to I'm Losing It. And he's training for this boxing fight. If you actually think about the lyrics, I'm losing it.
Oh my god!
And then what did he go on to? I've goosebumps.
Oh.
Then what did he go on to do? He lost the fight.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Was he manifesting losing that fight?
I think so. I think it depends on the type of person you are, because for me, you know how easily I manifest things.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and it's not a case of it happens the next day. It's that I'll say something that I don't even necessarily want, but I'll say it with my chest, I'll say it with such certainty, and then however many months later, it's happening, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about it because I've been listening to a lot of music lately. I have music on when I'm working all day, pretty much. And certain songs keep coming on, and it's like, obviously some of them are love songs, some of them aren't, they're just songs. And
Yeah.
I keep thinking, right, this is like, completely relates to my life, but these are songs that I know all the words to, that I have been singing for years.
Ah.
And with me, Miss Manifester, I'm like, what is going on here? So I don't know, it's just a really, really weird, like,
I've
sensation
not
for me.
really noticed it because I listen to so many different genres of music, and when I'm obsessed with the songs, like, I'm singing it all the time. But I've never really, like, thought about it enough to be like, do you know what I mean? Like a certain song, like, oh yeah, that's how my life now turned out.
Yeah, or not even just turned out, but right, this was how this situation ended. This was how this situation was.
Mm.
And I've been singing fucking Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish, screaming,
Yeah.
I don't relate to you.
Yeah.
You know.
This is bad though, because I'm literally singing all these heartbreak songs, Sour, that whole album.
Yeah.
And that's obviously like, you know, your go-to breakup album.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I'm like, am I manifesting a breakup where I'm actually going to be able to relate to all these lyrics?
Oh god, no, because Good For You is literally like, someone should be singing that to me. Basically, Good For You.
Why?
Like, good for you, happy and healthy, not me. Like, I feel like I'm the cold one. I'm the one that doesn't
Okay,
care.
good for you. I'd rather be the one that's like being sang to.
Yeah, but not even just that one, but
Oh, would you?
yeah, I'm happy being.
Emotional.
Yeah, because they've moved on. They don't care. They've got the therapist and they're like living their best life. But
Yeah, to be fair, you have just kind of like hopped out of a relationship and sprung into single life.
and I don't care. Yeah, really, really don't care. But yeah, so it's really weird, and I think it's just because it keeps happening, and it's not new songs. It's songs that I know the words to, and it's songs that I've been singing for ages, and it's songs that I'm blasting. Like I said, Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish.
I'm trying to think of the lyrics in that one.
When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever.
Oh my god!
And And then also like the main bit that everyone loves, it's like, I'd never treat you this shitty, you made me hate this city, and I don't talk shit about you on the internet.
So
Never told anyone anything bad.
Relationship wise?
Not really. I can't think of another example now, but it's not just relationship wise, it'll literally be like,
I can't say, I can't relate to you, to be fair. Or maybe I'm just not giving it enough thought. Maybe I'll have to get back to you on that.
Well, no, because if you can't relate to it, that's fine. But I'm just asking, do you think it's possible? No, you don't, because I want to be able to blast out Olivia Rodrigo at the top of my lungs and it not happen to me.
Oh.
Yeah. So, obviously you think it can happen, you just can't.
Yeah, it definitely can happen. I just can't think of anything for me where it has happened. I've been listening to Beyonce's album an awful lot, trying to think about the lyrics in there. That's just like bad bitch. Yeah. So like, am I gonna be a bad bitch?
But they say, hopefully, you already are a bad bitch.
Thank you.
Hopefully, they say that like, the music that you listen to and things that you listen to and things that you watch, you know, they kind of like set the vibration for you. So, you know, listening to all those depressive songs is just like lowering your vibration. But I just like to enjoy music and different types of emotions. That's just what I
know
enjoy.
What you mean. Like, I'm not listening to a heartbreak album because I want to be broken up with.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to...
You just want to pretend that you're being broken up with.
It's actually so weird when you think about it. Or when you're in like a sad mood, or like it's late at night, like you want to put on your sad playlist and just kind of bask in the like the depression.
I like when I'm doing something really serious at work, I have it turned up to like the loudest. But
isn't it weird that like the music that we put on is determined by like how we feel? Like for a night out, you're getting ready, you put on like your anthems to like get you, because you want to be in that mood. Or like if you want to be in a sad mood or like a gym mood, you'll put on like your motivation music. Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just listen to happy music all the time and try and be happy?
God knows.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Today's been a roller coaster.
It has. So I really hope that you enjoyed listening. And please don't forget, if you've got any questions, you want to send us anything for us to answer on the podcast, please email planetsandproblems@gmail.com.
That's planetsandproblems@gmail.com.
Sounds like a radio station or something.
Yeah, because last time you were like, have you got anything to add? But this time I need to like come in with something.
Fair enough. Well, we will see you next week, and thank you for listening.
Thanks, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.